It is time to let go of the mortal world, Tommy. Time to become a part of the sacred fire. Let go, now.
Okay, let's talk about a somewhat forgotten game. Or maybe just left behind. The game is Prey 2006, the sequel to the 2016 game based on the movie from 2022. Alright, okay. Alright. Prey 2006 is a much less obscure game than the previous game I looked at in this series, Tales of Floatland. But it's to some degree been lost in time due to a number of business decisions and the release of a new game by the same name 11 years later by Arkane Studios. Prey was actually a decently successful game when it came out in 2006. If you take it for what it is and the era it's from, it can be really fun. It's definitely in the style of other first-person shooters of the time, especially Doom 3. They use the same engine. Unreal Tournament 3 and Chronicles of Riddick are also similar feeling games. There's good and bad here. There are a lot of design flaws. Many have to do with wonky gravity and maneuvering mechanics, especially with the flying vehicles. And just getting frustrated when you're stuck in an area with no clear way out of that part of the game without consulting a walkthrough. But the weapons are satisfying, the action can be frenetic, and the campy story is actually pretty fun to go through. You could call this game Doom 3 on a bad acid trip. The game also has some mechanics from the game Portal, before Portal was a thing. You can't create portals, but they're littered all over the place. The gravity manipulation and portal mechanics make the ship's layout bizarre and dizzying at times. It becomes surreal, like walking through an impossible geometry. I can get really bad motion sickness, but it didn't affect me to a really noticeable degree while playing this game. But don't play this game if you're having a migraine at the time. There are some really cool details in this experience. Every so often a radio transmission from Art Bell will become audible. Art Bell, if you don't know, is the original host of the paranormal-themed radio program called Coast to Coast AM. The action is broken up in a really cool way with these segments.
We seem to have lost Alex during the commercial, but I'm getting reports now by email from Oklahoma and Texas of weird lights in the sky and some planes that people are disappearing. Strange things are happening tonight, folks. If you think someone disappeared, give me a call. I've still got my special line opened up, and I'm going to extend it to anyone in the Southwest experiencing any of this strangeness tonight.
There are radio call-ins and interviews about aliens. It would have been really cool if they were real recordings from his program, but instead they're acted. But it's still fantastic. Art really sells it being a radio program. Another detail is the music. When Blue Oyster Cult Don't Fear the Reaper comes on as you're abducted by aliens, that's a cool moment in video game history. Jeremy Soule and his brother Julian Soule scored the original music that is the background for the game. Jeremy Soule also composed the music for the Elder Scrolls series, Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim. There are other cool songs in the game as well, including the band Heart's Barracuda. The gameplay is a linear-style first-person shooter, and it's great if that's what you're looking for, and don't mind consulting a walkthrough now and again for the more obtuse stuff. Since it's a first-person shooter, a lot of the fun is in the weapons. I've seen them critiqued online for being a little too vanilla, but I don't think so. I think they're really cool. Alright, the weapons. You get a powerful acid sprayer, an autocannon that can shoot or blast a very satisfying bomb, crawlers, which are little explosive spider parasites. This weapon actually kind of sucks. The crawler cannon, which is a powerful gun with a destructive spread, a trusty hunter rifle, and a leech gun, which can suck different types of energy out of the ship at special spots, including plasma, frost, and lightning. And also the ridiculously powerful sunbeam. And there's a wrench. As if this game isn't wacky enough, there's also a spirit realm, where you leave your mortal coil and walk around as a soul with a spirit bow, and you have a spirit hawk who helps you named Talon. If you're stuck, there's a 60% chance that the solution can be found in entering the spirit realm. Man, I would say the soccer portions, or the football portions if you prefer, of this game were surely inspiration for games like FIFA and Rocket League, Truly amazing and inspiring stuff. As for the story, it follows Tommy Tawodi, a Cherokee mechanic and former United States Army soldier. He lives on a Native American reservation in Oklahoma. Tommy wants to leave the reservation and make a new life for himself, and he wants his love interest Jen to go with him. Tommy is voiced by Michael Greyeyes, and Jen is voiced by Crystal Lightning, who are both Indigenous First Nation Canadian actors of Plains Cree background. Their voices definitely help the game feel more alive. Speaking of alive, the ship they're on is alive and flown through space by aliens, kind of similar to Moya, the ship from the television show Farscape, which is an awesome show, by the way. It even bleeds when you attack the organic parts of it. A cool detail I saw online was, since the aliens have 4 fingers, their keypads use a base 8 number system. So if you love math, then that should make you happy. The aliens in this game are sufficiently weird. The mother who runs the ship is some living entity like a kombucha mother, and she's keeping you alive for some reason that's explained later in the game. The campy sci-fi with a lot of Native American themes would probably also please fans of Chakotay from Star Trek Voyager. In terms of difficulty, you can play the game on normal or Cherokee mode. In Cherokee mode, there are no health power-ups. But you can't actually die in this game. You just get sent to the spirit realm to kill some wraith creatures if you die. The more you kill, the more powered up you'll be when you return. Some poor game design with lofty ideas make this game one where you should take it for what it is, if you plan on playing it. A trippy and even campier version of Doom 3. Alright, that was Forgotten Games. Prey 2006. That's all for now. See y'all next time.
Welcome, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, Art, I'm a sheriff's deputy in Carlsbad, New Mexico.
That's right near Roswell.
Yeah, about a couple hours south of there.
What's going on in Carlsbad tonight, officer?
Well, I just chased one of those red lights your last caller talked about. It shot right through here.
It was up in the sky?
No, that's the weird part. I saw what I thought was a speeder on the highway. So I turned on my lights, I pulled out after it.
It was on the highway?
Yeah, like I said, I thought it was a speeder. So I hit my lights and went after it. It slowed down, but then all of a sudden it shot straight up about 50 feet in the air.
It shot up in the air, wow.
Yeah, I got so freaked out I slammed on the brakes.
So what happened then?
That's the weird part.
So a car, let me get this straight, a car flying into the air wasn't weird enough already.
The greatest mass extinction